In this day and age, I'm curious who you guys think cheats more.
Women.
We've heard that both men and women cheat, but just women are better at hiding it.
Yeah.
And that men get caught easier, and women are just good at hiding it.
Is that true?
I mean, that's kind of the thing. It's like, both men and women, not everyone, but men and women do cheat. But women are less at getting caught, I guess. I don't know. They're smarter about it, or they're just, I don't know.
And they have more opportunities than the average man.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the average woman will have at least somebody will sleep with her. Like, she doesn't have to have that much going for her. She doesn't have to have a great job, and she doesn't have to have, a lot of charm and wit. She can jump on an app and it's a bit easier for her. Whereas for the average man, it's not as easy. So I think the opportunity is higher.
Interesting. Is that why? And guys, I guess, are hitting on women more than women are hitting on men, right?
So the temptation is a bit different there as well. But
what's the stats right now? Do we know if men are cheating more than women these days, or are women cheating more than
I would always argue that women don't admit that they're cheating as much. There's almost a pride to men when they cheat and stuff like that. They're always a bit more open about it. I know some of my closest friends that have cheated, even to me, while I've been in the process, they'll pretend they haven't cheated. So there's a part of them that denies cheating. But
is that men or women?
Women. Yeah, women. Even
but then
my
later
female,
they'll admit
but I've
to
been
it.
in the process. They're like, no, but that time we weren't really together, or that time we weren't together. And so, but there was a simultaneous connection. But what I would say is, I don't know who cheats more or who cheats less, but I think when women cheat, there is it's more definitive, as in that it's harder for them to come backwards from cheating. I tend to, and I don't know if you guys would agree, I tend to give the advice to men that when your woman cheats on you, it's very difficult to forgive her. I wouldn't recommend it. I highly don't recommend it.
Men shouldn't forgive
Men shouldn't
her?
forgive.
Why not?
With women, I think there's room for flexibility depending on the causes and
This
so.
is going to get a lot of. It's going to get a lot of comments.
With
Okay.
men,
why should men not forgive the women they're with who cheat on them?
Because for a woman to cheat on you, it's not that she's fallen in love with another man. She's just definitely not in love with you.
Ooh, man,
and
that's
so
gonna
for
hurt.
you to take her back is just providing her free accommodation until she meets a man she wants to fall in love with. And I would, and like a lot of men think, oh no, women are so emotionally attached to sex. No. Some women can literally have an affair with a local PT who doesn't care about her, and she doesn't really care about him. It's what the driving force is not the love for the guy that she's cheating on. It's the lack of love and respect for the man she's cheating on.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so when you forgive her and retry with the relationship, she's already decided she doesn't really want to be with you, but she will stay in this until she finds someone that will love her.
Bars. Yeah, she talking that talk, bruh. She talking that talk, and then, it hits that much more because it's coming from a woman. Only bitches take bitches back that cheated, bro, straight up. And it coincides with the whole idea or narrative of, it's okay for men to cheat, but it's not okay for women to cheat. It kind of falls along those lines, but I preface what I'm about to say by this. Either party cheating is fucked up. No one should do it, and neither side should tolerate it, bro. You know what I'm saying? A woman is well within her right and entitled to leave whoever the fuck cheats on her, and any man feel like he's entitled to cheat, he's fucking asshole, and he don't deserve said women. But that it definitely coincides with this whole idea of men being able to cheat on women because of just the physicality aspect. There's no emotion tied to it, and generally women are going to sleep with motherfuckers that they are emotionally tied to. Right, so if said woman cheats on her man with another dude, bro, chances are it's not just for some physical interaction. Yeah, I would argue that if it was just solely for physical interaction for said woman, it would piss off that man just as much, right? Because men are territorial over their shit. You mean you just wanted another dick, right? Come on, dog, that's gonna piss you off. But for a woman to cheat, generally, there's going to be emotion tied there. So if she's able to cheat with another man, that means she's over you. She's not in love with you. It's a wrap. She's donezo. It's kaput. So if you going to sit here and take this woman back after she just clearly showed you that she ain't fucking with you, she gave her feelings, she gave her body, she gave her whole essence to another fucking man, it's raps, bro. So you a bitch, you a simp, you a bitch, you a hoe, you everything in the book, because you allowing this woman to come back in your life, and chances are You probably don't have a lot of luck with women. Women are more difficult for you to obtain. You don't have access to women like that because if you did, you would not tolerate that shit. Right? You ain't got no confidence. You ain't got no self-worth. Right? You ain't got none of that shit. Which is probably why she cheated on your ass in the fucking first place. But I'm kind of diving into the weeds of it or whatnot, bro. But moral of the story is like she said, dog. Don't be forgiving any woman out who spread them cheeks, open that mouth for another tip besides yours because she gone, bro. She gone.
Be with you, but she will stay in this until she finds someone that will love her.
So if a man cheats on a woman that he's in a committed relationship with, is it also saying he doesn't respect and love her?
I think it's not so much a matter of love isn't so much the component, it's more of a lack of respect. It's more of a lack of respect and a lack of fear of losing the relationship or whatever it is. I mean, I can't speak for men, but a lot of them can say that they can compartmentalize. They can still really want their relationship to work. They can still really, this is all illusionary, but this is what they say. They want their relationship to work. They love their wife very deeply. They want all of that, but they are just outsourcing the sex because it might be lacking or it's not the way they like it, or they're outsourcing a feeling. In my experience with women when they cheat,
which is just as bad, bro. It's just as bad. But with that being said, if a man cheats, it doesn't mean that he is emotionally done with that woman, because men do not have to be emotionally tied to someone that they are sticking the tip in. Generally speaking, that's why it's easier to come back from. You know what I mean? Your cuz don't respect you. That man does not respect you. He doesn't love you. But there's enough of something there to come back on. Like he's not being emotionally fulfilled from this woman by sticking the tip in. If he is, then okay. You in the same position as a woman cheating, bruh, and the relationship's probably over, dog. If he got feelings for this girl, it's a wrap. But he's just solely getting the dick wet. It does not mean the relationship is over. You can come back from it. It's gonna be hard. Gotta get the woman's trust back. You gotta make that whole game. But both sides are just as fucked up, bro. Right? That's why I said it initially, man. Like, if a woman was to take a man back that cheated, she don't respect herself because she allowing this man to disrespect her. But it's much more nuanced depending upon who this man is, what he does, what he provides for her, all this, that, and the third. You know, generally speaking, dog, like, you don't respect yourself. You have no self-worth if you allow this man to do that to you when you are not signing up for that shit. A woman has no self-respect if she takes a cheating man back. Similar to a man being a bitch for taking a woman back for cheating. But a man not having self-respect is much worse than a woman having no self-respect, because that just makes this man a bitch. Soft. You can't live in that world as a man, because men and women are goddamn different, bro. A woman is better off, generally, having no self-respect than a man will be. You're not going to get far as a man if you don't have no self-respect. You're insecure. You weak and shit, right? A weak woman can still get around, bro, because somebody out here can save her ass. Ain't nobody gonna save your fucking soft ass, bro. You would be a bitch. You have no nuts, right? And as a man with no nuts, no backbone, it's raps for you, dog. Which is probably why she cheated in the first place.
It's not so much that there's something they're craving outside. It's just there's something in the house that they're just not happy with. And as a result, they will cheat. And I've been in situations.
That's the only thing that I got to push back on, bro, is that if you flip that and just switch genders and said woman that cheated because there was just something lacking. Like, she wasn't emotionally over the motherfucker. She just needed another dick, bro. What's going to affect you more as a man, bro? That she's emotionally attached to the man she cheating with, or she's just physically attached more to his dick? What's going to affect you more, bro? See, women don't look at it that way. As territorial as men are over they shit, bye. Over they women, bye. Over the mother of they kids, boy. Over they shit, boy. Hey. Ain't no coming back from that, bruh. Say you take Shawty back, you take the cheating bitch back, and y'all go back to making love or whatnot, bruh. This what you gonna be perplexed with from here on out. She's either thinking about how he makes her feel mentally, or she's thinking about how he makes her feel physically. And for you to take a woman back, regardless the circumstances, period, bro, just shows you how much of a bitch y'all.
It's come on the phone or a video call, and I've switched on my screen, and I've looked at the couple, and I say, I can tell she's cheating.
No way.
Without saying a word. They haven't said a word to me. And I remember the last couple I did this with, and I looked and I thought, she's having an affair, but I'm not going to say anything.
You said it publicly? Or?
After a comment, and I said, what brings you here? And she started with, we have a great relationship, we're very good, everything is good, we just don't love each other.
Trash.
And I said, can you be honest with me, are you having an affair? And she said, well, recently, and it transpired that she has having an affair. And I said, I can tell by your lack of connection to your husband, your lack of love. Most people, when they come on a therapy call, he was all suited and booted, ready for this call, like, save my marriage. Oh. She was literally just like, oh God, do we have to do this? Like, the disconnect that was there was no coming back from him. There was literally from her energy. It looked like she was held like by the throat to be there. Oh, and that's such a common theme when a woman cheats. It seems to be like, I'm not actually in love with you anymore, but I'll make it work because the guy, like, I haven't got many alternatives. So what I say to men is, firstly, not only is she not in love, the second thing is it ignites something in a man that's not good for him. And the main thing it ignites is a feeling of inadequacy, sexual inadequacy and masculinity, but it can lead to physical abuse when it comes to a man. That anger and rage, some men will use that anger and rage to just leave and go work on themselves. Other men will use that anger and rage to control and to abuse. Women do this too. I'm not saying when women find a man who's cheating, they don't get abusive. It's just the damage that can come from a man being domestically violent is something that
much more severe.
They're both wrong, but it's something that I wouldn't risk. So that's
I'm gonna have Matthew reply to this in a second. But do you think
it's something that they're both wrong, but it's something that I wouldn't risk. So that's
I'm gonna have Matthew reply to this in a second. But do you think a relationship can truly repair and heal after someone has cheated, or do you think
not when a woman cheats?
When a woman cheats, you think it's a lot harder, or you just think it's possible?
Not possible.
Really?
Yeah, I would honestly say, from what I see, every time a man forgives a woman cheating, she eventually leaves him for forgiving her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could you give me
Why
your
is
nuts
it
up,
just
bro?
a lack of self-respect? Is it a lack of...
She understands now that there is no boundaries to this relationship. Most women are under the impression that a man would leave. Men tend to think that women can be a bit softer and emotional and they can kind of convince them. Most women tend to assume men will leave because that's what they tell each other. Oh, I would never put up with it. I would never put up with it. So when she learns he's willing to accept the unacceptable, she now realizes unacceptable behavior will run with him. And therefore, there is no motivator to prevent it happening again. So I've always seen, again, I have to preface this, that I see worst case scenarios, but I've always seen it become a repeat offender. I'm not saying men don't do it the same way, but I'm just saying in my experience of seeing when women cheat, you're simply waiting for her to leave you now.
So maybe you could stay in a relationship, but it's just not going to be a healthy, committed relationship. There might be more breakdowns.
I think one thing men underestimate is how loyal we are to the person we believe gives us the most sexual satisfaction. There are women. Yeah, we are.
Say that again.
Women are incredibly loyal to the man that gives us the most sexual satisfaction.
Really, over like financial security or safety or providing status.
A lot of the time they can be. I'm not saying all of the time, but a lot of the time they can be. I know women who will wait for a man who's in jail simply because, not because he's the best, but she's all he knows. Since she's been with him, she hasn't touched another human being. So that's all she knows. And women that are like that, they're not as curious. That's all he knows. But when she's got that curiosity and she opens herself up to being pleased by other people, it becomes difficult to revert back to monogamy.
Really?
Yeah, it becomes very
difficult. I can be pleased by someone else as well, or maybe it's better or different.
It could be man or woman. It could be man or woman. When you open that door up for her to unlock that part of her to somebody else, it becomes difficult to reverse. So I'm saying this from a female perspective. I
mean, basically, she's describing cucks. Cuck talk, bro. You know what I mean? Only a cuck's gonna sign up for that. Bitch, beta, soy boys, bro. We don't do that, bro. If you find yourself in this position, bitch step out on you, bro, that's it. Close them door. That shit passed up. I don't give a fuck how good she is, how sweet she was, how much she cooked for you, how confident she made you feel, bro. All that shit is kaput the moment she let another man's meat slide up in between, bro, because it's raps for her, dog. Regardless if she want the meat or she just want the how the fuck that man make her feel. No, that man ain't you, so it's a rap. You take her back, you cucking. You Adam 22 in it out this bitch. Go fuck how you slice and dice. Oh, I can forgive her. No, fuck that. We ain't forgiving shit, bro. Because if you forgive the shit, you giving your nuts to her. It's a wrap. It's going to come back and haunt your ass down the road, bro, because she's going to do it again, like Shawty said.
I would love to hear from a male perspective what it's like when it comes to cheating. But there is a lack of respect that comes afterwards, and there's a willingness to try again, and it just means she rarely stops because she's now checked out of the relationship.
And do you think if a man cheats within a relationship that he could stop cheating in that relationship?
It's difficult again.
It's difficult.
Yeah, I still think it's a difficult thing. I would say it's difficult. I don't know how definite it is, because it would have to become a real understanding he loses his family. But for women, it's just the potential of domestic violence that comes with it as well. I just think it's better to just let her go rather than hold her and then have so much rage and either rage towards her or rage towards yourself. Either way, it's not good. And I know that sounds too definitive and too negative, but in the original, when I first started my practice, I used to take a lot of my inspiration from Esther Perel, where she's like, you can rebuild, have those conversations. What I noticed is the rebuilding is just buying time,
For the inevitable.
For the inevitable.
Like maybe it lasts another 4 to 8 years, maybe.
50 years ago when there weren't dating apps, it might kind of undo itself. In this day and age, when there's so many alternatives combined with almost what they see as permission, it means delaying the divorce.
All right, Matthew, I'm curious about your thoughts on cheating. And
feel free to disagree.
I guess with the women that you work with, and I know women cheat that come to your retreats, or they're trying to heal and fix their broken heart and all these different things, repair from being cheated on, all these different things. Why do you think women cheat, or the ones that have communicated why they cheated? What's the main reason women cheat in a long-term relationship? And can a relationship repair after cheating occurs? You've heard from a lot of women.
Yeah, you have been cheated on,
and who have also
I don't
cheated.
know where to start here. I struggle immensely with the kind of way that this is being framed. The kind of, Sadia, the talk about, women cheat because they don't respect their man, which I think even that is so many people cheat because they are craving an emotional connection that they're not getting inside their relationship. I mean, how many women are with men that are never present, who don't show up for them, who, are workaholic, obsessed with their business, obsessed with something else. And then all of a sudden they find that they develop an emotional connection with someone on the outside.
Who gives a fuck about the reason, bro? That ain't got nothing to do with what you said, bro. Once them legs spread, the door is shut, dog. And it's a wrap. You can't get her back. So get the fuck on. Find somebody else. Regardless you a workaholic, bitch, I wish a motherfucker would be out here cheating because I'm out here breaking my back, bringing bread to the goddamn crib, dog. Fuck you mean, bro? That means she ain't got no respect for you. Excuses.
That maybe started innocently enough, but, that emotional connection turned into something more. I don't, it's a very male picture in some ways you're painting of women, this idea that they are essentially just, it comes from a place of essentially disrespect and contempt for their man, and it's just a bit of sex on the side.
That ain't what she said.
Maybe there's some of those, but...
that ain't what she said, though.
It feels like we're missing a giant archetype there, which is the woman who is craving connection. And
emotional connection?
Emotional connection.
But then what
and
still supports a point,
that's
though.
the precursor to a physical connection.
So would you say the fault lies in the man not meeting her needs? Or in the cheater herself?
I don't know that I think of it that way. Well, I think she's obviously transgressing in terms of the boundaries of the relationship, and that's wrong, and that's on either side to not have that conversation that, hey, I'm not getting my needs met, can we talk about this? Or even, hey, I'm having feelings for someone. I need to talk about this because I don't want it to go to a place I can't come back from. So that of course that's wrong. But I'm more just suggesting that I think the scope of why people cheat is a lot wider than, you know, I don't respect my husband, and so I'm just going to go and do this.
That ain't what she said, though, bruh. Come on now. Tell me you're a male feminist without telling me you're a male feminist, bro. Like I said, he sound like a beta, bruh. She didn't need to bring up any of the reasons why motherfuckers cheat. Motherfuckers cheat because they cheat. The only point she made is that once a woman cheats, then this. If A, then B. She could be seeking emotional connection. She could have trauma, whatever the fuck, dog. In order for a woman to cheat, a lot needs to happen. Outside your little nymphos who just need a fucking dick. That's the minority. The majority of women out here, if they cheat on a man that they started a family with, who they in love with, who they're exclusive with, who they're monogamous with, it takes a lot for that shit to fucking happen. And once she crosses that line, it is a wrap, regardless of what got her there. Yeah, she ain't got no emotional connection. Well, now she's opened up an emotional connection with someone else, bro. There's no coming back from that. As a woman, there's no coming back from that. Generally speaking, bro, we can't speak in absolutes here. You know, it's gonna piss a lot of y'all off, bro. It don't fucking matter, bro. Y'all know what it is, dog. Once she crosses that boundary, crosses that line, it's a wrap. That's all she said, bro. That's all she said. Don't be putting in these words in my mouth talking about contempt and disrespect and all that shit, bro. It takes disrespect. It takes disregard. It takes a lot for a woman to let another tip slide between them hips, bro.
I struggle with this idea that women are, once they've cheated, they just can't look at their man the same way again.
Can't.
And that they've just now fundamentally lost something.
Facts.
Do you think they can look at the man with love and respect and
I think they
admiration?
can look at him the same way, but not if he forgives her.
Well, but this is...
That's actually what I think
You know
is
what's really
the
interesting
problem,
about
yeah.
that, Sadia, is it's a kind of... It's a real kind of almost prejudice against women and their capacity for kindness.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost the same as saying that women are just inherently more cruel than men.
But I'm saying that with the preface that they've already cheated,
the
which
women
is a
have
lack
cheated.
of kindness.
No, I
which is
hear
a lack
you.
of
I know
kindness.
that. I get the
so
scenario.
it's a skewed. It's not women.
What you're
it's
saying is
cheating
men
women.
are capable of kindness, compassion, and future connection with someone that forgives them.
Mm-hmm.
But women are not capable of such kindness.
I would
Bro,
argue
that
it's
ain't
not-
what the fuck she said, though, dog. That is not what the fuck she said at all, bro. She said the sky is blue, and this motherfucker just said the sky is gold. Bro, one ain't got nothing to do with the fucking other, bro. Women are wired different, bro. They're wired different. Men and women are not the same, bro. We're not. A woman has to respect her man for it to work. A woman has to look at her man as a leader for this shit to work. A woman has to feel protected for this relationship to work. A woman has to see the boundaries that her man has for her for the relationship to work. A woman has to not feel like she's in control for this relationship to work. You take all that shit away, the relationship's not gonna work. Right? It's not the same in the reverse, bro. It's not the same in the reverse. A man don't have to feel protected by his woman. Anyway, let's hear him continue.
Not that they're not capable of such kindness, but we're talking about a market of women who already demonstrated a lack of kindness through the cheating. So in that subgroup, absolutely they're lacking kindness.
No, I hear you. We're talking just about people who have cheated.
Yeah.
But to kind of other women in that way, where it's like a woman is incapable of having the ability to go, oh my God, I have really
Made a mistake or something.
fucked up here. I have hurt the person that I love, who loves me. I've hurt this person that I've made a vow to, that I'm in this relationship with, who didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with them. That's on me. And that, you know, if this person is kind enough.
It definitely had something to do with that man for her to fucking cheat. Men can be in a, I guess women could too, but men are much more inclined to step out regardless of how perfect their relationship is, bro. Men are the hunters, the chasers. All that sperm, all that drive to go out here and bust walls down. Women ain't the same. Women feel loved, supported, taken care of in a relationship. They're much more less inclined to step out of a relationship, bro. So if a woman steps out, generally speaking, it's because she is not getting something from that man. Women just don't cheat to cheat. Men will just cheat to cheat. It ain't the same with women. And the women that do just cheat to cheat, they broken. Something wrong with them.
Space in their heart to forgive me, I'm going to honor that.
Yeah.
The idea that that's impossible to me suggests that you feel like women are somehow missing a compassion gene.
It's not that they're
have.
missing a compassion gene. They're looking for protectiveness in a way that men don't look for in women.
I think that's incredibly reductive.
But
I find that really reductive.
But
The
what I
idea that what
find-
women are the only thing women really care about is it. And what does protect mean exactly?
A protectiveness is like a biological, if we take it in an evolutionary sense, a protectiveness would be, from an alpha perspective in an evolutionary terms, it would be a man that protects his kin from cuckoldry. It protects his children being born from somebody else, essentially, paternal uncertainty. Now, from a primitive perspective, we look for men who not only can gather resources, but can also prevent paternal uncertainty. Now, when he's missing that fundamental, like he's not bothered about paternal uncertainty, it's not that
But
we're...
he is bothered. Let's say he's broken-hearted. He's like, oh my God, I'm crushed. You're saying she would have had respect for him had he shown up at the apartment as she was about to have sex with the guy and beat him up.
No,
But
she
given
would...
that she already did on the side and she came back.
Bruh, this man is a whole bitch. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Matthew Hussey? Bruh, hey, Shawty cooking with grease. Shawty is cooking with grease. This is the modern man right here, bro. This is the modern man right here, bro. This is how cucks are made, bro.
The fact that he missed the moment and he's now crushed and hurt, that's him not protecting her.
Here's the thing.
That's not what she meant.
Masculinity is not about availability and consistency. Masculinity is about knowing when to walk away as well from a female perspective. There are endless women who have men that message, double text, triple text. What puts them off in that moment is not his kindness and compassion. It's his unwillingness to walk away when he's being disrespected.
But you are framing forgiveness as the antithesis of masculinity.
But you are framing forgiveness as acceptance. I think forgive me if I was to do that, but accept me is a different experience.
No, forgiveness is saying this relationship means more to me than my pride or my ego.
Oh.
I love you. I want to make this work, and I'm going to be a big enough man to make this work in spite of this. And that makes him the bigger person. It doesn't make him emasculate. It doesn't. He's not. You're framing forgiveness as he's emasculated himself by forgiving her, and she can never get over that moment of him emasculating.
That's definitely what she's saying too, bro. That's definitely what she's saying, dog. Forgiveness in that context is the antithesis of masculinity. You gonna let me step out? And you supposed to be the fucking man, bro. You ain't supposed to tolerate no bullshit. Now I know I can put your ass through shit, which means you ain't the one for me, bro. You ain't me fucking up means I've lost this man. It's gonna crush her. It's a wrap. That ship has sailed. That's how it has to be. The moment you let that motherfucker back in, bro, you proving whether she knows it at that point or not, bro. It's raps. It's raps. I could do it again. He ain't going nowhere. I got him. You know what I mean? They don't feel protected at that point. You know what I'm saying? You're not even protecting yourself. So how the fuck can you protect me? You just telling me what I want to hear. I know I can get away with whatever I can get away with now. The antithesis of masculinity. Facts.
I believe that very, very strongly. And the reason being is that the relationship should mean loads to you, but part of you should understand for her to do this, we don't see the relationship in the same light. Your inability to understand the importance of reciprocity is what makes you less masculine. It's not a case of forgive me all day, every day. But for me to step out on you means that this relationship means something different in your eyes than it does in my eyes.
But you're saying it's different if it's a man.
I wouldn't say it's totally different. I think the disrespect is there. But I think
definitely different.
You said if it's a woman, she forgives him. or if it's a woman and she forgives him, it's fine and it can all work. But if a man forgives
I
her,
She
didn't- I
never
said-
said that. She never said it can all work. It can work better, has a better chance of working, but she never said it can all work, bro. Yeah, cuz is a whole female, bro. Cuz a whole female, dog. Husty, you a female, bro.
It's
Dude.
difficult. I said it's very difficult, but I do think men can compartmentalize sex in a way women can't.
Mic drop. Mic drop. That was a good one, bro. 40 minutes into this bitch. That was a good one, dog. Yeah, Sadia cook with that one, man. Thoughts. Don't be taking no cheating bitch back, bro. Don't be a bitch.